are we civil and clear? Like, how can you be civil and
I'm
clear
not
and
gonna
cool
ever
with me?
kiss your
But
ass, hon. It ain't
I
happening.
don't want you to
Like,
kiss my ass. I don't, that's not
okay,
what I'm
well,
saying. So you're taking it to the extreme. But like, if you're gonna do like certain things, though, then like I'm not gonna.
here's a certain thing. 2 sickies came in the comments and said, "Why don't you?" This is while I was live with you last night. "Why don't you ask Square why his stepmom pulled the gun on him?" I didn't say that. They said it to me as a joke to say to you,
Well,
and
they
I
ain't
never
got it
said
in the
that. That would be,
archives.
huh?
It's clear. It's clear. What they ain't got it in the archives. It was snowing one day, and I was babysitting my stepbrother. They tried to say it's my brother, and then they tried to make the nasty shit up like I fucking was doing abuse to him or something. I was babysitting him, and we were supposed to go to his dad's house. And his dad and my stepmom obviously aren't together anymore because she's with my dad, right? So we drive in bad, and as we're starting to drive, it's starting to snow. It's bad fucking weather, and it's about a good 15, 20 minute, good 10 to 15 mile drive. And we get to Murfreesboro, and we get to the house. He's not there. It slipped his mind that, oh, yeah, what's today? I told him, he's like, oh, then he must be at the VA. Well, I'm looking around and the roads are just getting worse and worse. I don't want to fucking drive back just yet. And I don't want to stand out there and freeze our balls off either. So I looked at him, I said, do you have a spare key or something? Like, I don't have to look. Like, do you know where a spare key is? Can you get it and open up? And he's like, yeah. And so I went back to the car. I didn't want to know where it was at. He couldn't find it. He couldn't remember it. Maybe it wasn't out there anymore. Who knows? I looked at the door and I said, well, they ain't got a bolt. They ain't got a deadbolt. I said, I can get in there. I said, but we're gonna have to tell your dad when he gets here what we did, what we had to do, and tell him why I did it. And I was like, do you think he'll be upset? He's like, I don't see why not. So I pulled out my wallet. I don't know if I used a license or a gift card or whatever, but I used a plastic card, and I got in the door by jimmying through just a regular little handle lock you can get through. We waited. It was probably there about an hour or so. We played some games with him on Xbox. His dad comes home. Kind of, you could tell he's a little like surprised, like, well, when did y'all get here? And I explained to him, hey, I jimmied the door because he couldn't find the spare key. I didn't want to drive back. It was dangerous. You know, he's like, yeah, he's like, I should have told you guys not to come until, he said, but I did tell you to come in the morning, didn't I? And my stepbrother was like, yeah, you did. I said, but look, you know, if you want to go look around your house or anything, and, nothing, I haven't done anything. He said, he's been with me playing games. Dad, he's not, I mean, my stepbrother there. You think I'm going to go around the house or steal something or whatever when I got somebody watching me? I mean, I ain't got no reason to do that to the guy anyways. So, and he seemed cool. He didn't get mad. We didn't have an argument, nothing. Well, I go home. Eventually I go back home. I take a nap. And I get woken up from the nap from her slamming the door, coming in saying, "You gonna fucking break into my blah 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 blah." Blah." So apparently he explained it to her, but he wasn't angry. So she must have blown it out of proportion. I thought, who knows? I don't know. And so she starts going upstairs, throwing my stuff down, all that. And next thing you know, I'm like, well, you're gonna get out. I was like, yeah, that's fine. Let me just find my phone because I misplaced my cell phone. I was like, I'll leave as soon as we do that. And like, no, you're leaving right now. Drawled on me. So I went out the door, put my hands up. I went out the door. I went next door, went to the neighbor, got a phone from them, called the police. I mean, that's what you do
Mary
in that situation.
Mary
But,
Square
of
Myths,
course, when the
2
police
sickies.
came, though, of course, I was aggressive and showing aggression and da da da. I was like 130 fucking pounds. Everybody knows how skinny I am and stuff.
Right, but just
I
because
look
you're
like
small doesn't mean you can holler at police and things and say, "You're not
I
gonna
didn't
take me
holler.
alive, copper."
I didn't holler at police. See, you're trying to be funny, but the
No,
only
I'm not.
reason
You accused
when
me of trolling you, and you were
no,
about to do a big
I
exposé on
said that
me,
no, I didn't. No, I
so
didn't.
I'm
No, I did
showing
not.
you,
That's not what I was gonna do. That's
well,
not
this
what
is
I was gonna
trolling
do.
you.
Well,
So,
you're not really trolling me, and you can try all you want to. It's not getting me upset. But I didn't say you're not
no,
gonna me alive. I said, what's going to end up happening is they're going to convince y'all I'm guilty of something that's false or whatever. I was like, this is the sixth time y'all been out here. This is getting ridiculous. I said, and I said something that was stupid from frustration because, six fucking times, five welfare checks and a SWAT call, and if that call hadn't been made and they hadn't came out to the house, I wouldn't